आंध्रप्रदेशस्थ पवनकल्याणस्य आकर्षणं कृत्वा अत्र समाहूय अनुग्रहं कृतवान्.
जगदुडिय नाದಂತಹ ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣನ ದಿವ್ಯ ಚರಣಾರವಿಂದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಭಕ್ತಪೂರ್ವಕ ಶಿರಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ಪುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಹಿರಿಯ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ಸುಗುಣೇಂದ್ರ ತೀರ್ಥ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದಗಳಿಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಪೂರ್ವಕ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಮಠದ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ತೀರ್ಥ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರ ಪಾದಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ಪುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಕೆರೆಯಪಟ್ಟ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ಸುಶ್ರೀಂದ್ರ ತೀರ್ಥ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರ ಪಾದಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಸುಭಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಾಯಾಪುರಿ ಅವರ ಚರಣಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶಾಸನ ಸದಸ್ಯ ಉಡುಪಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಯಶ್ಪಾಲ್ ಸವರ್ಣ ಅವರು, ನನ್ನ ಆಪ್ತ ಮಿತ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಟಿಟಿಡಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಬಿ ಆನಂದ್ ಸಾಯಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಬಂಧು ಬಾಂಧವರೇ, ಸದ್ಭಕ್ತರೇ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮೂಲಕ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರೇ, ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಡಿನ ಜನತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಮ್ರ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಾನು something dharma and constitution are two different worlds, but they're not. Dharma is the moral compass, constitution is the legal compass. These two are complementary and both aim towards the same direction, a just, peaceful and compassionate society. This convergence was possible because Sanatana Dharma was never a blind superstition. It was a science, and it is a science encoded in the form of a irrespective of all the opposites, people of different who would be fighting with each other, he could bring consensus. I take a lot of strength from Lord Krishna. Maybe I don't know a great Sanskrit, I don't know the slokas of Sanskrit, but I know the essence of Gita. Do your duty and don't expect any results. Just do your duty, keep on going. That's why whether I lose, I win, I don't care. I keep going, I keep doing battling. I took that spirit from Gita. So like me in everyday life, all of us face our own mini Kurukshetras. We face situations which test our integrity. There are decisions that test our courage. There are pressures to compromise, to choose what is popular or what is right. In those moments of solitude, the Gita guides us. It reminds us that we are not the doer, we are not the kartas, we are merely an instrument, nimitta matralam. The Gita has taught me nishkama karma, to do my duty as an individual, as a minister, it could be anybody, in whatever role I assign. To do it fiercely, completely and honestly, without worrying about whether it will get me results, votes in the next election or not, I don't care. If I do good, I lose. If I do good, let the results speak. Whether it is good, bad, I don't care. So if I stand by truth and I stand alone, so be it. Because the Gita teaches that victory is where dharma is, yato dharmastha jayaha. Today we see a world where Sanatana Dharma is often targeted. And we had seen it in Tamil Nadu also. We see ridicule disguised as freedom of speech. But let me tell you, from this holy platform of Madhvacharya, silence is no longer an option. Acharya Madhva, the proponent of Dvaita philosophy, was not just a saint, he was a revolutionary thinker. He proved that devotion requires strength. Look at the idol of Lord Krishna here. He holds the churning rod in one hand and the rope in the other. It signifies that to get the butter, which is metaphorically known as wisdom, you must churn the ocean of life, you must face the struggle. Today, majority of the population in Bharat our youth. I also see many youngsters in this crowd. I give a call to all the youth, especially Gen Z, and to all my young brothers and sisters. Do not treat the Bhagavad Gita as a book to be kept in the puja room and wrapped in a red cloth. Read it if you are depressed. Gita is your counselor. If you are confused, Gita will become your mentor. If you are a leader, Gita is your moral compass. When the thinkers and devotees from the different countries sit together in this dharmic atmosphere, they embody the ancient Indian vision of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is the heart of Bharat's global outreach today. This is not a mere religious contribution, this is a civilizational contribution by Puttige Mutt. For centuries, it is this very civilizational strength that has guided and protected our nation. This Karma Bhumi has endured invasions, turmoil, and countless challenges, not because of weapons or wealth, but because of our scriptures, our traditions, our saints, and our sacred institutions that kept Dharma alive and unbroken. Our sages encapsulated that strength in these words, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. That principle that when we protect Dharma, Dharma will protect us. The eternal law is the very heart of the Gita, the guiding force of our civilization and the moral spirit that inspired the makers of the Constitution. That's the reason Bhagavad Gita cannot be seen as a mere scripture. It is the living pulse of our civilization. It has given courage to warriors, clarity to leaders, comfort to the distressed, and wisdom to the generations. Just a couple of days back, this timeless wisdom echoed once again on the world stage when our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji presented a Russian translation of the Bhagavad Gita to the President Putin at this crucial moment in global affairs, right in the middle of ongoing war with Ukraine. That gesture reminds the world that India's greatest export is not weapons or wealth, but wisdom. Climate change, conflicts, terrorism, family breakdowns, social divisions. These crises reflect not a shortage of resources, but a shortage of clarity. That is why Gita is more relevant today than ever before. And I'm honored to receive the blessings of Sri Sughnendra Tirtha Swamiji for his divine blessings. And Sri Swamiji recently conferred the title Bharata Bhagya Vidata upon our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. This honor reflects the Swamiji's recognition of the Prime Minister's sustained commitment to strengthening India's cultural foundations and upholding the values that define our civilizational journey. And one more thing about, if you look at Lord Krishna, what we learn is about Gorakshak, Gorakshana. Protecting the cow or Goraksha is not just about emotions or farming. It is a core principle of Dharma and a key part of Bharatiya tradition. I myself, around almost close to 20 years back, a friend of mine had gifted a cow to me. It came to my farmhouse as a gift. Now today, I personally have a Goshala of around 60 cows. The reason why I'm sharing this is, hardly I'd like to share one, but when the cows are getting slaughtered, instead of fighting, there are crores of Hindus out there, crores of people who go to temples every day. We can form societies in our own native villages. As a Panchayati Raj minister, and I hold a portfolio of PR and environment. In PR, we propose something like Gokulalu, where government will give money to build cow sheds, and people can avail that. And there are community Goshalas, and we are trying to do that. So if entire Hindu community in this country, instead of making a ruckus, instead of doing everything, if each and every community protect their cows or gomatas in their own area, I think we don't have to get fear about it. We are part of upholding Dharma. Even Lord Krishna as Govindudu emphasized caring for cows. So we go to Lord Krishna temple, we take prasad and we leave it there. We don't really actually bring back home. If everyone could, at least one family could adopt a cow, a Gomata, I don't think we have to go through all this kind of turbulence. Instead of being helpless, and I myself, can you imagine, started with one cow, today I have a Goshala of 60 cows. There are enough money that people, we spend money on cinema film tickets, we go to club, people go to clubs, people go to luxuries, they spend on marriages. How come being Hindus, instead of before blaming other religion, why we as Hindus, why don't we protect our Gomatas, why don't we each of us take the initiative? I think all of us should think. Because I have 60 cows, Goshala, that's why I'm sharing this. It is possible. So today, cow slaughter continues in certain regions, threatening both our ethical and economic foundations. By supporting cow protection initiatives, from community efforts to activities led by traditional mutts, we safeguard not only the cow, but the very principles that sustain a righteous civilization. And before one message I would like to give, and I would like to finish my speech. And Gen Z, especially the new generation and millennials and the young professionals of this digital age, live in a constant Kurukshetra, a battlefield of information overload, career pressure, identity confusion, a loneliness in hyper-connected lives, and the fear of failure in a competitive world. For them, Gita is not old philosophy. It is a guide to mental strength and a manual for emotional resilience. When Gita says karmanye vadikaraste, focus on your action, not the outcome. Action is only in our hands, never the outcome. And truly, with 15 years or 20 years I struggled, even as an actor I struggled, even as a political leader I struggled. I never thought I would reach this, I would get this. I said that my duty is to do. Rest, what would be given as a gift would be from the karma is the outcome is about God will give. Whether if He doesn't give, that's okay. I'm fine. This is as a human being, as a true, instead of reciting slokas, even a bit part, an ounce of practice is more essential of Gita than reciting the entire Gita and by hearting those lines. Mere by hearting the verses is not enough. It is a message to Gen Z needs more than ever in an age ruled by marks, metrics, likes and comparison. And Gita leaves a message to the youth of Bharat. Stand up for your culture, stand up for your dharma. When you are upholding of your own dharma, you are not antagonizing any religion. You are only supporting your religion, your dharma. That's what I believe in. When I say I'm a true Sanatani, when I say I believe in my dharma, that does not mean I'm hating other religions. My dharma never taught me to hate Islam. My dharma never taught me to hate Christianity. My dharma never taught to hate any other religion. That's the reason why we have all the more reasons to stand up and to stand up for your own culture and to stand up for your own dharma.